welcome to Taxonomy Online Mathematics. Yes, we have a question we want to provide an answer to. This is a question on pie chart. WASSCE question. We want to see how best we can provide an answer to this. So we have a table showing the number of students who offer a certain subject in a certain school. So we have mathematics 45, physics 39, chemistry 28, biology 14, economics 36, and history to be 18. So our task is to draw a pie chart to illustrate the data given above. So what do? We know under pie chart, we know that a pie chart is more or less like what? A circular representation of data. So the data is going to be in the circular form, meaning each of the angle will be in a sector. So first of all, we need to find the sector representing each of the subject. Now, we are going to have that as a total of 360. You know, angles in a circle is 360. So how do we get that? First of all, we need to get the total of the students. How many students are involved? Then we can equate that into the 360 degrees. We share that number according to 360. So first of all, so when we add, normally we know we have calculator, so we can just punch these values in and get our answer. But that will not fetch us any mark. The numbers are here, you rearrange them, you add them together and get your answer. So in this, you know, I'll add the tens digits first. If you have calculator, it will not be a problem. So 40 plus this, I have 70, 90, 100, 130, 140. So if that is that, then we are going to add the ones column. If I add this to this, I have 14, 22, 26. Then this will give us 32. Then we have 40. 40 plus 140 will give us 180. So this is just 180, meaning total number of students will be 180. Then we know that total angle of a circle is what? 360 degrees. So this is corresponding to this. The total number of students correspond to total angle in a circle. So now we need to share, or we need to find the proportion of each of the students related to what? The subject. So we are going to do that in a table form. So we are going to find the angle of sector for each of the subject. So we already know total number of students. We know total angle related to a circle. So we are going to represent the angle of sector for each subject. So the table below shows how the angle for each subject is what? Calculated. We need to find the subject. We list the subject as you have here. We list the number of students as we are having. Then we have the angle of sector. Then we calculate for that. Then we can be able to represent that on the circular pictorial representation. Because of space, I'm going to extend this, my table, taking care of this. Okay, so for the angle of sector, how do we find the angle of sector? Since we are looking for the degree, we are going to find the fraction of the students who like what? Mathematics. The fraction, meaning how many students like mathematics out of the class. Then we multiply by the angle. So this is going to be 45 over 180 times 360. 45 as in the number of students studying mathematics or who like mathematics, divided by number of students in the class. It is always the category involved over total category times the angle, which is 360. Alright, so we know this, we'll cancel this. Then 18 go here, 2. So since 360 divided by 18 is 2, I'll be using the 2 to multiply all my values. So this is going to be 2 times 45 will give us 90 degrees. The next will be 39, 180, 360. So 180 go there 2 times. 2 times that will give us, I think we have 78. So 78 degree this will also be 2 times that we have 56. So 56 degree, then 14, 180, 360, that also 2. So I have 28 degree. Next will be 36, 180 will also be 2 times that will be 72. Then finally we have 18 over 180 times 360, and that also gives us 2 times 18. I guess we have 36 degree. So per the calculation, that is if you want to divide any way you want to divide it, you'll be getting 90, 78, 56, 28, 72 and 36 degrees. Now, how do you know that these angles are actual representation of the sector? You have to add all of them to see whether you get your 360, which is the total angle. The moment you're able to get the 360, then you are good to go. Then we can now represent this information on a diagram using a circle. So now let's see how we can represent that. Make sure your compass and your protractor is ready. Let's delve into that. Let's draw the circle to represent the angle of sector. Always we try to have the circle to be reasonable, not too small, not too big. We are going to use our protractor in measuring. So I'll always make sure the diagram I will draw should not be that bigger than the protractor. So I'll put in the middle to measure. You see, I can be able to have a circle that passes through this area. So if I draw my circle, as the first thing to do after the circle is to indicate the center of your circle. The center is there to help you draw the radius. We know radius is any line that joins a point from the center to any part on the circumference. So I can draw it this way or that way, but I would prefer to have a horizontal radius. So I draw my radius. It is on this radius that I'll be standing in order to measure the angles I'm looking for. First angle is what? 90 degrees for mathematics. So I will locate the middle of the compass to be at the center that I have indicated. Then the black line should also be on the radius that you have drawn. When the center is located and the black line is on your radius, then you can read. Don't forget we have 2 readings, from 0 going, then from 180 decreasing. So I will start with 0 all the way to 90 degrees, and 90 is here. So I indicate my 90, then join that point with the center. Make sure you don't overlap the line. So even though the point is above, I draw it to reach the circumference. Then I will indicate my angle 90 degrees, then the subject mathematics. Alright, so now this has become our new radius. So I will not be able to be turning, so I will turn my paper so that I can have a horizontal radius again. I am looking for angle of 78. So the same procedure, go to the center, then read your angle to get 78. We know I have 70, 75. I have 76, 7, 78. So I am going to draw my line from that point. So this is my 78. But if the paper is turned before I draw, so I have to bring it back in order to write my 78 degree, then indicate chemistry as the subject. I don't have to write it the way I place the paper first. If not, I may have the numbers being turned around. So now take it back to have your radius being horizontal, measuring the angle of 56. So let's go to the center, position your protractor well, then let's go 56. I think I have 50 here, 55, 56. So that is where the line will pass. Okay, voila. So I have my 56 degree. I'll indicate 56 degree, then indicate the subject to be chemistry. This one is physics, as my first subject after mathematics is physics. So this is our chemistry. Then the next angle, I still take my paper to be horizontal. I need an angle of 28. So let's see how that will go. Placing it here all the way center, locating. I have my 20 here, 25, 26, 7, 8. So I have 28 all the way there. Placing this the center. Good. I have my 28 out there. So 28 degree, which is representing biology. So I indicate my biology out there. The next angle to draw will be the angle 72. 72. Place that the middle. Check. Make sure the line is in there, the center. So 70 is here. So 71, 72 will be just there. So if I measure that, that will be, so now I have to turn the paper all the way to and write my 72 degree and indicate the subject as economics. So I have economics. So obviously the last angle will be for history, which is 36. But we have to also indicate and check whether we have our 36 degree out there. All right, so we have this to be 36 degree, and that is for history. All right, so now we have represented all the subject well represented. Every pie chart should have a title. So this is going to be a pie chart showing the number of what subjects in a school. So we say pie chart showing a number of subjects in a school. So that will be your heading of this diagram. All right. Now the second part of the question is asking us to find the percentage of students who offer economics. Now, if you are looking for percentage, don't forget a percentage is always a fraction times 100%. Fraction times 100%. So we've heard the word economics. Then we had the word number of students. So we need to know how many students study economics out of the class. The number of students who study what? Economics in the whole school is 36. So the percentage is going to be 36 as in the number of students for economics over total number of students, which is 180. The total number of students is 180. Then we multiply that by what? 100%. Because we are looking for percentage. So this will cancel this. We are having 18, 1, go here, 2. Then 2 times 10 will give us 20%. That is, if I'm using the number of students who like economics over total number of students times 100. What if someone say, okay, I will find my percentage by looking at the angle given to economics, which is what? 72 degrees over total angle in a circle. That is also going to be 360, then times what? Our 100%. This 0 will cancel this. 32 will go here 1, it go here 2. 2 times 10, 20 degree. So either you pass through this way or you go this way. So in all, this is how we find percentage. You can try and find that for physics. Try that for chemistry and see if you use the angle, you get the same answer as using the number of physics students and chemistry students. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will pray that you share this video if you like it. Share, subscribe to the channel, and God will bless you. See you in the next episode. Until then, it's bye-bye.